WLS is breaking news, comprehensive coverage, and revealing insight. Chicago's talk leader, 89.
That's how old I am. I know a song.
Hey, Lionel Richie's coming up to the First Midwest Bank Amphitheater on June 15th. Tickets are on sale now, but for 89 WLS listeners, you can win tickets this Thursday when the 89 WLS box office opens at 7:29, 10:29 a.m., 4:29 p.m. Get all the details now at the contest page of WLS-AM.com. A little Lionel Richie.
Flashing me back to high school, buddy.
Really?
I'm way older than you. I remember that.
You're not that much older than me.
I'm
hate
like
to,
70.
it's not polite for me to say my age on the air, but not
29.
that much older, Pat. Hey, we got a wonderful guest with us in studio from the Veteran Beer Company, Paul Jenkins, who is a Navy veteran, doing great work with disabled veterans.
Academy grad?
Yeah, we just came from talking with Veterans Matter Ken Leslie about the need for jobs for veterans, and that's what you do.
That's what we try to do. That's right. The company was created specifically to try to offer employment opportunities for veterans, both within the company and within our supply chain, and showcase the talents of veterans so that other people will be inspired, I think, to give veterans a second look.
So you pick beer.
You know, I could think of nothing else.
I don't blame you.
It's the kind of
He
product,
went to Fenwick.
Yeah, that's
He's
right.
like,
It's the kind of product I think that gives you immediate sort of national attention, and it does have sort of national appeal. And we've been pretty successful with it so far. Knock on wood, you know, we'll continue to be successful.
Give us some here in the U.S.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Give us some of your success stories.
Well, you know, the beer was launched in November, Veterans Day of 2013, just about 6 months ago, and we launched in Illinois and Indiana with the anticipation that we would do 1,000 cases in our first year. That was sort of our goal. We did 10,000 cases in our first month.
Wow.
And even with the coldest winter in history, we're at about 30,000 cases and growing pretty quickly. We're in Minnesota, we're in the Dakotas, we go into Wisconsin next week, and we'll be in Michigan the following week.
So all veteran-owned, from manufacturer, distribution, the whole thing, all veterans.
That's correct.
All veterans working there.
That's correct.
Where do you get your vets to fill these spots? How do you find them?
You know, it started with a friend of mine, Mike Danzer, who I went to the Naval Academy with. Mike took the Marine option after graduation, so we were apart, you know, for many years, but we remained friends. And Mike and I have known people, and then we've recruited them in. And I think the mission, and I think the opportunity to be involved in a startup company that does something good for veterans has inspired some others to join us. And we've been really lucky with the people that we've had come to the company.
How many more veterans do we need to get jobs for? I mean, we don't want one out of work. And I think that obviously with going through, coming back, and all the things they have to go through, and I read one story or something that you had written regarding the number of coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan that are committing suicide, just to have to come back and assimilate, it breaks your heart. What more can we do to help?
You know, I think that's it. From my perspective, it is wonderful, the goodwill that exists in America. The first standing ovation at every ballpark, at every hockey arena, is always going to be the one when they show the veteran or the military person on screen. That goodwill is wonderful. The contributions to charity, that's another fantastic thing to do. But really, at the end of the day, when the music stops, these people need jobs. And it's one thing to clap for them, it's one thing to send them to Disney World, but more importantly, give them another look for when you've got positions open. And really, that's what we need to do. That's what we strive to do in the company, is showcase the talents. Again, I think it's the greatest largely untapped human resource in America.
You just won some awards too, didn't you?
We did. Thank you for asking. We just before our launch in Minnesota, there was a big craft beer festival, 140 craft beers, and we swept up there. We've got 2 beers. It's important to have a good backstory with a beer, but it's more important to have great beer, and we do. It's 100% craft and style lager and a blonde ale, the Blonde Bomber and the Veteran Lager. So we did really well at that craft beer festival against a whole bunch of big name competitors, and so we were grateful to have the opportunity to be there, and then thrilled to win.
Where are you physically located?
The headquarters are here in Chicago. Our brewery, we brew on an alternating permit. That means we take over the brewery up in Cold Spring, Minnesota, when we brew our beer. That's a great brewery. The 3rd Street in Cold Spring, Minnesota is known for its water and its quality beer. And again, we're in the Dakotas, Minnesota, Illinois, Indiana. Next week,
How do I get
Wisconsin
myself
and
a
Michigan.
6-pack, Paul?
We got one sitting right here, man.
I brought some for you for homework. we are lucky to be in some great retailers, and it's a little bit like the Academy Awards by naming some of them. I'll leave others off, and I'm grateful to be in all of them. Binny's picked us up very early. Jewel Osco's got us. Meyer has got us in. We're in the United Center. We're in U.S. Cellular Field.
Can you get draft at the stadium?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're still only in bottles. We're working on getting draft beer. That's one of our initiatives for the summer. Again, it remains a small company and a startup company. We've done it ourselves to this point,
Well,
and so it's grown more quickly than we anticipated. And growing pains are good pains, but they're still painful nonetheless.
Well, we thank you for all the work you
Oh,
do
gosh.
for veterans.
It's
and,
been a pleasure.
Hey, what's
I
your
can't wait
where
till,
would a vet go?
9:05 when we get to open a brews club
Oh,
together
yeah,
here,
yeah, exactly.
and share it.
I'm gonna have my own. I'm not sharing.
Share
I know who you think you're
Well,
drinking with.
share a drink together.
I don't
That's
share.
right.
That's right.
Wow.
Where do we go?
Veteranbeercompany.com is the website. All written out. Veteranbeercompany.com.
Paul Jenkins.
Thank you very much for
Thank
having
you.
me.